Today, we are taking a look at the AskDog vehicle-to-load adapter for the Hyundai Ioniq 5, Ioniq 6, Kia EV6, Genesis GV60, electrified GV70, electrified G80, and Kona Electric and Kia Niro. Now, as many of you will know, I have been recommending the Hyundai OEM V2L adapter for the better part of 2 years now. The unfortunate problem is that since this adapter went on sale in early 2022, it has not come down in price nearly enough. When I bought this thing, I paid $480 for it. And looking back, that was pretty dumb, but I wanted it so that I could test it for you guys to give you guys options of what to get for the car. Since the Ioniq 5 has gone on sale, there's been a bunch of other adapters that have hit the market, and the AskDog is one of the most recent. Don't ask me about the name, it's pretty bad, but if the product can deliver what it advertises, then who really cares? So 2 years later, the Hyundai vehicle-to-load adapter still retails for about $200. The AskDog, on the other hand, can be had for about $90 with coupon codes and taxes. So significantly cheaper for something that you might not use all that much. It might just be an emergency type of device that you have on hand. But anyway, opening up the box, you pop that open, and it does come with a little felt carrying case, just a drawstring type, so you can pull that open. And here's the adapter itself. First blush, you can really tell the difference in size here. This thing is about half the size of Hyundai's vehicle-to-load adapter. And I really like that this is more compact because it doesn't protrude off the side of the car nearly as much as the Hyundai adapter, which just opens up the possibility of somebody running into the side of it and just like snapping it off in your charge port. I'm sure it's built pretty well, but that's still a risk that is definitely lessened with a smaller adapter like this. This is more along the size of a Tesla to J1772 adapter. On the front, it does have a flap that is spring-loaded, and then behind that you will find your outlet. AskDog does advertise this as being IP54 rated, which means it's rated for splashing as well as dust and ingress of other airborne materials. Let's go ahead and take this thing apart and see what it looks like on the inside, because I want to see if they're cutting corners to make this thing hit a certain price point. All right, so you can see it's quite the simple device. You're basically just passing through your hot, neutral, and ground. This looks like some sort of resistor. You know, I mean, this, for what it is, actually seems pretty nicely built. They've got shrink wrap tubing on all the connections in here. This one up top is actually potted, which is nice. These are just spade connectors, I think, but they did put the shrink wrap over the spade connector to kind of prevent it from pulling out. So yeah, you know what? All in all, for the price, not a bad build. This is PA6 plastic. Now they do say that it is IP54 rated. This is all rubber right here. And then on this sealing surface here, there's also a rubber gasket that mates up with this little lip here on this side. So it might be splash resistant if that's what IP54 is, but it's definitely not like fully submersible or anything. So don't go dunking it. So to use the adapter, all you do is open up your charge port, pop this into the J1772 port, and the car will automatically go into vehicle-to-load mode. Now, once in this mode, all you gotta do is simply plug whatever device you wanna power into the receptacle of the adapter, and it will come to life. Now, in the system settings of the car, you can tell the car what state of charge you want to be able to discharge the battery down to before it stops running vehicle to load. And the lowest you can go is 20%. So if there is a storm coming and you are gonna wanna power a refrigerator or your boiler or something, you should charge your battery up to 100%. This way you can maximize how much energy you can output from the car. Now, what is nice about this adapter is they incorporated the on-off switch into the lock release lever on top of the device. So when you are done using whatever you're powering, you can go ahead and turn that off. And then if you want to disconnect this completely and pull it out of the J1772 port, all you got to do is kind of tug the adapter forward while pushing down on this button, and it will power the device off. And then you can pull the whole unit out. On the official Hyundai adapter, there is a power button on the front that does the same thing. But unfortunately with the Hyundai adapter, if you want to pull this out of the socket completely, you have to unlock all the doors of the car, and then it will release this via the trigger on the top. But just pressing this button doesn't allow you to just pull it out when you're done using the V2L adapter. So at first I was hesitant to recommend these cheaper kind of knockoff products that do the same thing as the official Hyundai adapter. But you know what? For a device that you're not going to use all that often, that is just an emergency type of thing, it's hard for me to say spend more than double to get the official Hyundai adapter at this point. This works perfectly well. It's built fairly well. All the wiring looks good. All the connections within the device look good. The materials are just fine. So this might be my new recommendation for V2L adapter. At only $90 after coupons and tax, it's just so much more affordable. Why not save a few bucks and just go with the cheaper option? I feel more comfortable recommending this lower end product because this is not drawing a ton of power. This is not like a charger or a charging adapter. It's not drawing 40, 50 amps of continuous power while you're sleeping. This is used at a much lower current, so the likelihood of this causing some sort of issue is much lower. Not to mention, if the car senses anything, it immediately disconnects and stops feeding power to the device. Not to mention, it's just so much more compact. It takes up less space in the front trunk of the car, which is where I keep my adapter. So I've got a lot more room to store other things versus this bulky adapter from Hyundai. So anyway, guys, that is the AskDog V2L adapter. I will leave links down below if you're interested in purchasing on Amazon. I'm going to call this my new V2L adapter recommendation. If you guys are looking for other accessories for your Hyundai Ioniq 5, Kia EV6, Genesis GV60, or Kona Electric, check out my store at ioniqguy.com or at the links down below. You can see all the accessories that I sell, from cup holder enlargers, eyewear holders, little wheel magnets that look like your car's wheels, charging light indicator covers, or the new to my store auto lock module, which will automatically lock all your car doors within 10 seconds of shutting the last door. And this is useful because our cars do not have proximity sensing for locking the doors, so kind of an annoying misstep on Hyundai's part, but this device takes care of it. All of these accessories are available at ioniqguy.com or my Etsy shop if you're outside of the US. So anyway, if you liked today's video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody.